Greetings, this is the Instrument Sidekick video for percussion, page 8, Holiday Songs on Bells, page 8, Holiday Songs on Bells. Alright, so these three songs are what we would normally do in a performance if we happen to have a concert, and if not, you'll probably want to do these for your family. Everyone's going to want to hear what you've been doing, and you know what? Playing a beat on a snare drum won't be as exciting a performance for them, okay? It's going to be, would be important in a whole band situation, but in this particular case, if you're at home and you're performing for your family, I suggest playing the holiday tunes and the bells might be kind of cool for everybody, all right? So that's the case with the bells, these songs. And over here also, I show a picture of, that's what sleigh bells look like. And a lot of people are confused. They think you're supposed to hold the sleigh bells up and shake them or something. And what you do is you actually hold it with your fist. It comes down from your fist and you hit the top of your hand here. Okay, so it hangs down there and you hit the top of your hand like that, and that's how you play Jingle Bells. And obviously the Jingle Bells, if we do it in a concert ever, there would be one or two percussionists holding the Jingle Bells and keeping the beat with those Jingle Bells. Okay, but most people are going to want to play the bell stuff here. All right, now, trying to read this and hit the bells, not easy. You want to memorize different patterns so you can kind of be glancing at the music and glancing back, okay? You don't have to memorize the whole song, but get used to patterns. For instance, here in Dreidel Dreidel, it goes back and forth between F, D, F, D, F, D 3 times, and then you have one D after a little bit of a pause. F, D, F, D, F, D, D, F, F, Eva, D, C. C, Eva, C, Eva, C, Eva, C. C, F, Eva, D, C, B flat. Okay, so there are certain patterns in there which might help you memorize certain parts, so you could just have to glance at the line and then be watching where you're hitting, okay? Don't forget, I like it when you're switching between your hands, what we call alternating hands, so you're switching between right and left, okay? And then at the end of Dreidel Dreidel, you've got to repeat, okay? So repeat means you got to do it all again. Don't forget to do it again, all right? Always got to do that one twice. All right, Good King Wenceslas. That's how you pronounce that word, Wenceslas. And then Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells, what usually messes people up is, once again, they'll jump between, instead of doing all low versions or all high versions of the notes, they'll play B flat, and then they'll play low F, and then they'll play high B flat or something like that, and they'll skip all over the place. Okay, so don't do that. Remember, you want to take the same, like, all these are based on the same 5 notes. They should be right near each other, either the low versions of those notes or the high versions. And then the other thing in Jingle Bells that people make mistake with is that's a bunch of E flats. You have E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat, E flat. That's 5 E flats in a row and then 2 Ds. Often students will do the wrong number of those, and because of that, it's not quite right, okay? It is important to play the right number of the notes. If it's the same note over and over, you got to do it the right amount of times, all right? So I will play each of these for you, all right? So let's see if I can't get this down so you can see, kind of, sort of. Maybe if I go like this. Kind of, sort of. I don't know. We will see if that's good enough for now, all right? But basically, you just read the order of notes in that way, all right? So here is Dreidel Dreidel. There we go. All right. So I had the book leaning against the B flat key here, so it didn't quite sound well. Now, the thing with this, with the patterns, when it was F to D, F is the higher note than D, so it makes sense to use your right hand and keep that at the F, and your low hand at the D and hit the D, so you're just going back and forth. Doesn't make sense to cross them. Don't go F, D, F, D like that. You want to keep them Right hand on the high note, left hand on the low note. It's a good way to divide out your right and your left hand through that one. All right, now good King Wenceslas. What I'm going to do with good King Wenceslas is there's a lot of E flats, 3 E flats, and then an F, and then 2 E flats, and then a B flat. So watch out for the number of E flats are correct, that it's 3, then the F, then 2, then the B flat. Now the B flat is a big leap. E flat and F are right near each other. B flat's way down here. So I'm just going to hit all the E flats and Fs with my right hand, and then hit the low B flat with my left hand and keep it over here. And then I'll alternate for that middle line. So I'm going to go like this. Okay, and always stop the sound by touching, and then jingle bells. Here we go. This sounds like this. Now you heard I made that one mistake. I went, instead of F, F, E flat, C, B flat, I went F, G, E flat, C, B flat. That was totally a mistake, but I kept going anyway because I'm just performing it for you, all right? So always feel free to keep going when it's a performance, to just keep going with the music, all right? One mistake in a performance is not a big deal. You don't react the same way you would if you're practicing. If you're practicing, you want to get right on top of it and redo it and fix it again and try it again and try it again. But in a performance, don't react to the mistake that way. Instead, you just keep going on to the next note. You don't want to ruin the whole song just because there was one little, mistake. And as you can tell, it didn't really sound that bad, so I just kept going. All right. So practice page. This is a lot of fun to do on bells. Work on these patterns and really trying to get them right. Remember to keep them all low or keep them all high, and not to leap all over the place. All right? Have fun with this, and may the force be with you.